Hello everyone, this is Ashish. Welcome back to Talk 4712, and today we are going to talk about the 3 misconceptions when it comes to test series. Test series is hands down the most important tool that you're going to have when it comes to preparation for competitive examination. But unfortunately, most people do not understand exactly how to use it. So it is a tool, but you will have to understand how to use it as well. It helps you prepare for the final stages of your examination, gives you a proper strategy of how you're going to attempt the paper, lets you know about your weaknesses and your strengths. All of it is absolutely necessary for your preparation in the final stages. I know it is already December. I know a lot of you might be starting to give full length test series as well. Now keep these 3 mistakes in your mind and you will be able to use the test series to find improvements. The first one, the marks that you get at the end of the test series is not going to be the actual marks that you're going to get in the gate examination. Eradicate that from your head. Now this one has a lot of levels. Now there's a common myth going on that whatever marks you're getting in the test series, you're going to get 10 marks more than your final gate examination. That is generally what people say. People who have generally not given gate examination or do not have proper experience of appearing with full preparation. That does not happen. In my experience, generally your marks will be exactly what you got in the test series, or little bit higher or a little bit lower. What does that mean? Nobody knows exactly how your marks is going to be related to the marks that you're going to get in the test series, but it can revolve around it. So you can get a tolerance of 10 marks above, 10 marks below, but it can be exactly what you got as well. So it is not a thumb rule that you are going to get somewhere close to that also, but I'll give you a very technical, practical, logical reason of why that happens. Because the number of questions that you're used to attempt in that limited amount of time, that does not change. So let us say that you're attempting 40 questions in your test series, in your 65 question 3-hour test series for gate examination, let's say, then ultimately that is the number of questions you will be able to attempt on your final day of the examination itself. And because of the panic, you might be able to attempt lesser, or maybe because you will understand the importance of this day, you will be able to attempt a little bit more. But ultimately this does not change your ability to utilize the time and how many questions you're going to attempt. Secondly, the mistakes that you're going to make, that means your accuracy does not change as much. So ultimately you're going to get a marks close to that. But then again, here's the thing, whatever you're going to get in your first test series, let us say you have to give total of 12 full length test series. If you're getting 40 marks in your first test series, does not mean that you're going to get 40 marks in your gate examination as well. That marks is supposed to increase, and that can increase as high as from 40 to 80. Generally the first test series, you are not acquainted of attempting so many questions all at one go, and that creates a lot of panic. And that is what I said, you have to create a strategy that suits you best of how you're going to attempt, whether you're going to start with the aptitude, whether you're going to start with the 65th question, or you're going to start with the first question in the technical part. It completely depends on you, what suits you the most, and that is what you're going to find out after giving 4-5 tests. So obviously first 4-5 tests goes in finding out what is best for you itself. Then comes you getting acquainted of dealing with that pressure and trying to score as much as possible, and that should be your attempt, that you have to increase the number of attempts every time. Let us say you are able to attempt 55 now, try to attempt 60 and try to attempt 65. The toppers, especially in the top or the most crowded branches, I would say, like mechanical engineering, electronics and communication, you have to attempt close to 60 and mostly more than 60 depending on the level of difficulty. So the marks that you're getting does not mean anything. What you should understand, that the marks should increase, the number of attempts should increase, the mistakes that you're making, it should decrease. The second misconception, the rank that you're getting. See, the rank that you're getting in a particular test series, nowadays the test series is very divided. Different coaching institutes, different people taking different test series. So you are never going to find all the crowd in a particular test series. Earlier during 2014-15, it used to happen that a particular coaching institute, everyone who's appearing for the examination is going to take that test series. But now that does not happen. It is very distributed. So I've seen that people getting rank under 10 are thrown as far as 900 or even 1000 plus in their final gate examination, because the marks fluctuates and you really do not understand the competition. If you ask me, Ashish, where should I lie in the test series when it comes to ranking, I would say whenever I actually cracked an examination, for example ISRO, I gave test series for ISRO as well, I always was there under 10 or under 20 at least. So you have to be there. If you are scoring somewhere on like rank of 400, 500, then you are never going to be below 100 in your final day of the examination. It is going to increase only. So if you are in 300, 400, then you are going to be thrown in 1000, 2000 rank. If you're under 10, then you can be somewhere on under 100, or at that time also you might be thrown away. So it is very, you cannot say anything from the test series itself. So whatever is the rank, it is never going to give you a security. But one thing is for sure, if you're not getting good rank in your test series, then you're not going to get a good rank in your final gate examination. That is for sure. But if you're getting a good rank in test series, then you have to control it till the day of the examination, final examination, and execute over there properly as well. But I've seen, like I said, a lot of people who are scoring very good in test series, not scoring very good in the final day of the examination. The reason of that being that in test series, a lot of people have been appearing for years in a particular test series, and a lot of questions have been repeated in test series also, or at least the pattern will be repeated. So they almost remember the question, so they'll be able to score very well in test series, but in the final examination, they won't be able to do much. So where were we? We have so far discussed two common misconceptions. Marks does not matter and ranks do not matter. Now, it is not easy to just say it does not matter and marks does not matter, but to what extent it matters and to what you should be paying attention towards. The third most common misconception is something that happens with people who are very well prepared. Now, when I was appearing in 2018 years of ISRO, GATE and BARC, I made this mistake because I was very well prepared. And because I was very well prepared, I started to attempt a lot of test series. I took 4 different test series and gave all the full length test series of all of them, and turned out that there are not more than 2 or 3 good test series in the market. And what happens is, when you give bad test series, there's going to be a lot of mistakes, or the questions are going to be very, very difficult, and it's going to do nothing but waste a lot of your time. But also, if you practically look at it, it is not going to be possible for you to give 50 full length test series in just 2 months. So you are going to have 2 months, and you are going to start slow. I've discussed in the starting only, the first 4-5 test series, it's going to be very difficult for you. The mark scored will be very less, and then after that also 2-3 tests, it is going to be difficult, because you will find out that, okay, I'm lacking at this, I have to work on that. I'm lacking in fluid mechanics, I have to work a little bit on that. I'm lacking on this column chapter of strength of material, I have to work a little bit on that. So you will need time to work on your weaknesses. So it is not correct to give a lot of test series, like giving test series on a daily basis, at least in the beginning. So in the beginning, you are going to be giving like 4-5 test series in December. Then in January, you can give depending on what improvement you are seeing. If you are not seeing any improvement, then you should reduce the number of test series, or you should reduce the frequency and give yourself more time to give yourself time for revision of the weak portion, and also practice. See, practice is not only done with test series. You can practice using the previous year questions of GATE, engineering services, the star mark question of that, the PSU questions of that. So those questions are not having pressure of limited amount of time. But in test series, you are going to be attempting that. And if you are removing one valuable test series without proper preparation, then it's going to go to vain. So I will say not more than 24 full length test series in the whole month of December and January. Invest rest of your time for your improvement. And if you want more practice, give subject wise test series. You gave a full length test series, you found the weakness, okay, this subject is weak. If that subject is too weak, then give a subject wise test series of that subject. So giving too much test series is only going to harm you, and it is definitely not suggested. Now, what is test series there for? At the end of test series, I get a ranking, I get a marks. Okay, ranking does not matter much, because even if I score under 100, it does not assure that I'm going to score under 100 in the final gate examination. Marks does not assure anything. Even if I get 80, it might get down to 70, or it might go up to 85 or 90. It does not assure anything. What is test series there for? Test series is there only and only for solving limited number of questions in limited amount of time. That is what you're getting acquainted with, and the structure that you've created, that okay, I'm going to attempt 65 questions in 180 minutes like this, that is getting fixed in your head, and you're getting practice. And that fear of attempting those questions, it is going away, wiping away as you give more and more test series. So test series is there for you to deal with the pressure, for you to create a structure, and for you to find out your weaknesses over time as you give more and more test series. So I've already made a very important video, the most important video I've made so far probably. That is the test series analysis video. Very few people have watched it. I've made it both in Hindi and English. Please watch it. Any test series that you have given is complete waste if you do not analyze it afterwards. So you analyze it, find your weaknesses, work on your weaknesses, only then you are going to find improvement. That's about it. I'll see all of you in the next one. Till then, bye.